Oh, really?
Primary night, yeah.
Either 6th or the 7th.
7.
Great. Need. He's choked up over this. What? Gotta stay there. What are you doing? Who knows? He was doing polling.
Matt, did you ask him to address the email that he sent? Or was that separate?
Ready? Okay, the Tuesday, May 24th, 2022, 8 p.m., regular business meeting of the Wyckoff Township Committee is now in session. If everyone will flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If everyone will please remain standing, I'd like to have a moment of silence for the tragic victims of today's school shooting in Texas, and also for the recent supermarket shooting in Buffalo, New York. So let's have a moment of silence. God in heaven, sometimes we don't understand why things happen, but we nevertheless pray for the victims and their souls and their loved ones, that you are in this terrible time able to comfort them. We've had two recent tragic events, and we ask that you be with everyone who was involved and be with our nation and bring peace to our nation. Now we ask, as we look forward to this Memorial Day weekend, that you make us humble as we remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our country. They were called, and they went and served, and they never came home. And we appreciate their sacrifice, and we can only live up to their sacrifice as much as we can. So we ask that you will bless us and bless our nation. In your name, amen.
Amen. Good, Rory.
Right. Nancy?
This regular business meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff is now in session. In accordance with Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, I wish to advise that notice of this meeting has been posted on the bulletin board in Memorial Town Hall and on our Township Committee website page. A copy has been filed with the municipal clerk, and copies were emailed to the Ridgewood News, the Record, and to North Jersey Herald News, all newspapers with general circulation throughout the Township of Wyckoff. At least 48 hours prior to this meeting, the agenda was similarly posted, filed, and emailed to said newspapers. A roll call, Mr. Madigan?
Here.
Mr. Melchiong?
Here.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Here.
Mr. Shanley?
Here.
And Mayor Boonstra.
Here. Take a motion to open the meeting for public comment.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra.
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Okay, now is the time for public comment, 5 minutes per speaker. For public comment on any governmental issue that the member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of Wyckoff. Please step forward to the microphone, state your name and address, or call 201-891-7000, extension 2220, if you wish to make a comment. Tim Buckman's back.
See anybody? You see anybody?
Oh, thank you, Mr.
Brought
Brookman.
documents with him.
Good evening. There's Timothy Buckman, 430 Muir Avenue. There's nothing political about my mask. I'm sorry to say I'm going to turn 71 this summer, and I'm still very cautious. I wear a N95 when I go to the Y.
Are Make sure you come back in 29 years for your 100th.
I'll do my best. I'm here to comment on Resolution 22-187, calling for review and reform of Oprah. I respectfully urge you to separate this resolution from the consent agenda and then to table it for study. This is without doubt the worst-written document I've ever seen inside this building. I believe you will eventually live to regret rubber stamping it. In fact, it has the appearance of having been written by two different bodies. The first is a group of public servants who have reasonable questions about possible flaws in a 20-year-old statute. But every third paragraph appears to have been written by two angry guys sitting in a bar in Trenton. Their nephew has just been turned down for a job in the Public Works Department. The burden of anti-nepotism rules and increasingly open public records made it impossible for that nephew to snag a job the way his older relatives did. Here's an example of what I mean in the resolution. The vast remainder of the Open Public Records Act continues to be left recklessly unreformed, potentially leaving any officials not covered under Daniel's Law, or even the general public at large, exposed to the whim of any nefarious Oprah requestor lurking in the shadows of those demanding transparency at any cost. You really want your names on this? By the way, exactly how many Wyckoff residents have had their pets targeted for theft because of Oprah? The only thing that's not in the resolution is the idea that these dogs were sent to Washington, D.C. to the lower level of a pizza parlor that has no basement. Here's an important story about an accidental county employee death 14 years after the Oprah law was enacted. The county released the emails after the Record and NorthJersey.com filed an Open Public Records Act request for them, but the county redacted almost all of what the four wrote. The messages are exempt from Oprah because they are, quote, interagency or intra-agency draft advisory, consultative or deliberative material, unquote, the county says. I want out-of-state journalists to be able to file Oprah requests. I want auto collision records to be public. I want dog bite information to be public. I think I have to give my address to speak here in the hope it will discourage me from participation, but I'm willing to take the risk. It's quite a leap to recruit anti-government mutterers to, I'm not talking about anyone in this room, to oppose a law that was created to protect them from the government. I got gracious, prompt help from Township employees for two recent Oprah requests. But I realized, because I'd never submitted one before, the New Jersey towns are misusing Oprah as a machine to shield them from legal action regarding disclosure of data that has mostly been a matter of public record since colonial times. Oprah was intended to expose government decision-making to the light of day. Let's keep it that way, please.
Thank you for your comments, as always. Anyone else?
Seeing and hearing no one else, I move to close public comment.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Okay, I'll take a motion to approve the May 10th, 2022 Township Committee work session and regular business meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Sorry, yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Abstain.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
The consent
The
agenda?
consent agenda. All matters listed below are considered by the Township Committee to be routine in nature. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If any discussion is desired by the Township Committee, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Resolutions are as follows. Confirm closing of certain roads for the Memorial Day Parade, preparation of 2022 estimated tax bills, release performance bond for 518 Helena Avenue, Block 314, Lot 67, in support of Oprah reform, authorization of vouchers and payment of bills, return of certain overpaid taxes, fees, etc. We have no ordinances on for introduction, but we do have several motions. Approve and memorialize extension of the YMCA K-4 summer camp for 1 2-year extension as provided for in resolution number 20-137 with $85 per week paid by the Township of Wykoff in 2022 and in 2023. Approve and memorialize effective May 24th, 2022, the application of Michael S. Ridkis as a firefighter with Fire Company Number 3. Approve and memorialize the posting of a 2-by-4-foot sandwich board open house sign by the Vista at the Sycamac Avenue entrance on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. during the period of June 3rd to October 14th, 2022. Approve the waiving of fire inspection fees for the Eisenhower Middle School Food Truck Festival. Authorize the application of St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church to hold their annual festival fundraiser on September 23rd, 24th, and 25th, 2022. Festival to take place outdoors in tents without indoor dining. Authorize the application of St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church for posting of temporary signage beginning on September 16th, 2022 for the festival. Appoint Joseph Vanderplaat, effective June 1, 2022, to the Planning Board as a Class 2 member filling the unexpired term of Scott Fisher. Approve and memorialize effective May 24th, 2022, the application of John R. Griner as a firefighter with Fire Company Number 2. May I have a motion and a second to approve this consent agenda?
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
I have a point of order. I'm sorry I missed, it's okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry I missed it. I believe Joe Vanderplaat's proper name is J. Joseph Vanderplaat. So whatever his proper name is, that's who we're appointing.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Follow up on that. Thank you, John.
And I vote yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
I said it was a point of clarification.
Yeah.
Any other business? Take a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an
You're
affirmative
adjourned.
vote,
Thank
the
you,
motion
everyone.
is approved.